Hi, and this would be a continuation of our discussion for projectile motion computations. And previously, diniscuss natin yung projectile motion na kung saan meron lang siyang horizontal velocity kasi yung vertical velocity niya ay 0 dahil yung point of release ay walang discrepancy sa angle with respect to horizontal. At ngayon, i-discuss natin or magsosolve tayo ng problem na kung saan ito yung pinaka-tinatawag na basic projectile motion wherein the point of release or the displacement of the in terms of the horizontal or the angle with respect to horizontal is equal to what we have sa point of impact. Okay, displayed on your screen would be the sample problem which says a football is kicked with an initial velocity of 25 meters per second at an angle of 45 degrees with the horizontal. The question is determine the time of flight, the horizontal distance, and the peak height or the maximum height of the football. So, tatlo yung required pero let's just first draw kung ano nga ba yung pinapasolve dito. So, meron daw football. Okay. Siyempre, ano tayo dito? Parang, ito na lang yung paa na sumipa doon sa football. Okay. So, sinipa yung football. Siyempre, nagkaroon siya ng displacement. Okay. And yung football was kicked with an initial velocity of 25 meters per second. And then, the angle with respect to horizontal, ito. So, kung makikita natin, 45 degrees, which is, normally kapag ka 45 degrees yung angle of elevation, yan yung para magkakaroon ka ng maximum distance na mako-cover. Okay? On a horizontal distance. And ang pinapahanap sa atin dito is yung time of flight, which is your t. You also have the highest distance or highest vertical distance. Ito yung max, which is yung h. Okay? And then, meron pa tayong pinapahanap na isa pa, which is yung horizontal distance. Ito. Sabihin na lang natin x. Okay, so we have the time. Isa pa yung pinapahanap sa atin. Ito yung mga required natin. Time, the maximum height, and then the distance covered in the horizontal. So, alalahanin lang natin, ano natin sa utak natin yung picture na to kasi buburahin ko siya kasi magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang approach sa pagsosolve ng problem na to. Basically, yung dalawang approach na to is yung isa formula-based, yung isa yung gagamitan natin ng yung naalala natin kinematic equations in the previous problems. Okay? So, burahin na natin. Yung first approach natin is yung galing sa kinematic equations. Tingnan lang natin yung board sa dalawa. So, una, pinapahanap yung time of flight, t. So, kung aalalahanin natin yung kinematic problems natin or equations, yung t natin on the first half of the flight, which is from the point of release papunta dun sa maximum point, maximum height, the time it takes para maabot yung maximum height would be equal to the time it takes from the maximum height pababa dun sa kabila. Therefore, your time is just equal to twice, di ba, yung T1 and T2, di ba? T1 or T2. And it's equal to, galing to sa first kinematic or sa second kinematic equation natin, which is VF minus VO is equal to plus or minus AT. Naalala nyo to, or GT. Kaso nga lang, yung VF natin, kasi yung first, for example, yung first half to, pag na-reach niya na yung maximum height, yung VF is equal to 0. Diba? Kung naaalala natin. And kung naaalala din natin, ito yung first half. Kung pataas, so ang sign convention natin would be negative. That's why your T is equal to VO, diba? VO over G. Since vertical velocity ang pinag-uusapan dito, therefore, kailangan natin tong convert into yung vertical component ng velocity. Kaya nga, nung pinakauna kong diniscuss sa inyo, kailangan yung i-resolve yung vertical and horizontal component ng velocity. So, this would be, if pinag-uusapan natin is si VOY, this is VO sine of theta. Okay? And if we are computing for the T, yung time of flight, dapat pala big letter T ang final or yung time of flight natin, that would be 2, diba, times VO sine of theta, diba, divided by G. Okay? So, napakadali na lang. Gusto ko lang i-recall natin yung pinanggalingan na formula based on the kinematic equations. Alright. So, let's compute. Si VOY, di ba, i-resolve natin si VOY muna. So, VOY is equal to VO sine of theta is equal to the initial velocity, if you can remember, that's 25 meters per second, sine of 45 degrees. And that is 17.68. meters per second. Ngayon, meron na tayong the time of flight. Pwede natin makompute yung time of flight kasi ang kailangan lang naman natin doon yung initial velocity since yung gravity is constant. So, computing for the time, T is equal to 2 times 25, which is 17.68, di ba? 17.68 meters per second divided by 9.8 meters per second squared. So, the total time or the time of flight is equal to, calculator, that is 2 multiplied by 17.68 divided by 9.8 meters per second. It's 3.61. Okay? Sulat na lang natin dito. 3.61 seconds. Okay. Napakadali. Nasolve na natin yung total time of flight. Ano yung second na pinapasolve? Pinapasolve sa atin yung horizontal distance, which is designated by x. Diba? Since kanina or previously na-mention natin na kapag ka yung pinapahanap is yung horizontal components niya, acceleration on the horizontal motion is 0. Ba? Constant yung velocity niya pero yung acceleration niya is 0. Therefore, ang computation natin to solve for the horizontal distance na na-cover is just VOX, yung horizontal component niya, multiplied by the total time. Okay? Kasi covered na nun, kaya nga kinuha natin yung total time, minultiply natin sa 2. Kasi yung time of flight papunta sa highest point, and then yung the other half is from the highest point to the point of impact. So, yun na yung total time natin dito. So, the horizontal covered distance would be VOX is equal to VO, diba, cosine of 45 degrees in this case, multiplied by yung nakuha natin 3.61 na time. So, VO cosine of theta, kung mapapansin natin yung 45 degrees, cosine of 45 and sine of 45 is just the same. So, kung isa-solve pa rin natin, that would be 25 meters per second, cosine of 45, ganun pa rin yung makukuha nating velocity, which is 17.68. Na kung maaalala nyo, yung 25 sine of 45, parehas lang din yung value. Meters per second. Diba? Multiplied by the time. Actually, hindi ko na isusulat yung formula kasi nakasulat naman na dito. Minamaximize natin yung space. So, 17.68 multiplied by, ano yung time na nakuha natin? It's 3.61. Diba? The answer is 63.82. Okay? Sulat na lang natin. 63.82 meters. At yan na yung horizontal distance na na-cover. Medyo malayo pala. 63.82 meters in 3.61 seconds. Ano yung last na pinapasolve? This would be the maximum height. Yung h, kung naaalala natin yung maximum height na computation. So, for the maximum height, galing to sa third kinematic equation. Kung maaalala natin, ano nga ba yung third kinematic equation? Yung third kinematic equation says Vf squared minus Vo squared is equal to plus or minus 2gh. Diba? Pinapasolve sa atin yung height. For solving, kung i-consider natin yung maximum height na motion ng projectile, so si final velocity, this would be 0. Diba? Kasi nga, at that point, at that highest point, stationary yung motion. So, wala siyang final velocity. Ngayon, since nga pataas, magiging negative yung sign convention natin. And if we will be writing down yung formula natin for Hmax, ito, Hmax is equal to, ayan, tanggal na yung negative. So, magiging positive na lang siya. VO. Pero ano nga bang pinag-uusapan nating velocity dito? Di ba? Vertical velocity. Kaya nga, yung final velocity natin is zeroed out. Therefore, this is VOY, which is also equivalent to VO sine of 45. Diba? Divided by, ano yan? It's 2G. Twice 9.8 meters per second squared. So, ano yung maximum height natin? The maximum height would be, naka-square pala to. Huwag natin kalimutan yung squared. Naka-square si VO. So, let's compute. Unahin natin yung nasa taas. VO, which is 25 sine of 45. Diba? Actually, kinompute na nga natin yung kanina, which is 17.68. Naka-square siya. So, i-square din natin yung buong numerator. Okay, squared. And then 2 times 9.8. Try natin kung masasolve natin. That is 15.94 meters. Okay? So, nasolve natin yung tatlong pinapahanap. Pero gusto ko lang din makita nyo, ano nga ba yung mga nasolve natin ulit? So, let's see. Una, ito yung scenario. Ito yung ground kunyari. Ito yung point of impact. Ito yung point of release. So, ito yon. Going there. Ito si H. Or si X. Okay? So, that's 63.82 meters. Siyempre, football player to. Malakas sumipa to. We also have the height. Maximum height. This is 15.94 meters. Ito yun. And ano nga ba yung total time? Ito, T1. Ito, T2. Which is T1, ito yung relationship niya, is equal to T2. Kaya nga yung total time natin is just 2 times T1 or 2 times T2. Napakadali lang ng analysis natin. And the total time is 3.61. Kung gusto nyo makuha yung isang time lang, ito, di-divide nyo na lang yung 3.61 into 2. At makukuha natin yung time covered from this point going to the maximum height, or the other way around, which is from the maximum height going to the point of impact. Okay? Madali lang naman siya, di ba? Alright. So much for this example. Nakakatawa, meron pa tayong isa pang example at meron tayong konting variation. And syempre, ibang example, mas exciting kasi ibang approach or ibang mga given yung meron tayo. and also ibang application ng projectile. Okay, so displayed on your screen is our next example. Sabi dito, siguro sumali to sa intramurals or sumali to sa Olympics. So, a long jumper leaves the ground with an initial velocity of 12 meters per second at an angle of 28 degrees above the horizontal. Determine the time of flight, the horizontal distance, and the maximum height of the long jumper. So, same sa pinapasolve sa atin, tatlong different scenarios or tatlong different na required quantities. Pero, let's try solving the other way. Di ba kanina na-mention ko, meron tayong different approaches. Kanina, pinakita ko sa inyo yung pagsosolve using yung parang given na data na meron ka from kinematic formulas, di ba? Now, let's solve using yung isa pang way, which is yung isusulat lang din natin muna yung problem or yung given. Okay? Let's try thinking for the given. Kunyari, ito yung long jumper. Sige, nakaganito siya. Tapos, syempre, pagka nag-long jump ka, meron kang, parang tatakbo ka muna para meron kang parang initial velocity, di ba? Tsaka katatalon. So, this would be the instance wherein tumalo na siya. And then, syempre, lalapag siya dito, nakaganyan na kunyari. Okay? And then, di ba, sinusukat yung kung gaano kalayo yung naabot mo. Eh, di mas malayong naabot, mas maganda yung record, di ba? And that also is corresponded to your maximum height na mako-cover. Kasi ang kapag ka siguro mas mataas yung maaabot mong distance, mas maiksi yung maaabot mong or pagka yung angle mo, 'di ba? Kaya nga sinasabi for projectile, yung ideal or yung pinaka malayo kang maaabot in the horizontal plane would be kapag ka 45 degrees yung angle of inclination. Okay? So, let's try to solve the problem. Pero dito, isosolve muna natin yung Vox and then Voy natin. Okay? Maraming ways para ma-solve yung projectile motion, pero it depends na lang sa kung paano mo siya i-attack. Halimbawa, ito is isosolve muna natin yung or i-resolve muna natin yung Vox tapos Voy. Pwedeng mangyari din ganun, di ba? So, your Vo is equal to, ilan ba yung velocity niya? Nakalagay doon is 12 meters per second. And meron siyang angle at theta is equal to 28 degrees above the ground or above the horizontal. Okay, so compute muna natin yung Vox tapos Voy. Vox, this would be 12 cosine of 28 degrees. And Voy would be 12 sine of 28 degrees. Okay, let's just solve and para meron tayong reference. 12 cosine of 28, and that is 10.6. And then yung Voy mo naman is 12 sine of 28 degrees. That is 5.63 meters per second. Okay. Ngayon, meron na tayong na-solve na initial velocity for on the x component and on the y component. Let's now solve for the t. Okay? Yung time of flight. And previously, ginamit natin yung time of flight formula, which is yung twice yung Vo sine of theta. Kinuha natin yung time, yung t1, di ba? Ngayon, kunin natin using yung t2. So for the t2 from the maximum height, di ba? Which is yung initial, ang initial velocity mo dito is 0, di ba? So kung gagamitin natin to, ang t2 computation natin is equal to the square root of 2h over g. Diba? Pero, masasolve ba natin to? Sa tingin ko, hindi. Kasi wala pa tayong y dito. Therefore, let's try using T1. Which is, ang formula natin to compute for the T1 is VO over G. Over G. And let's just use yung VOY kasi nga, vertical height ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. And ang makakapagbigay sa atin ng context for the time it takes going to the vertical is yung vertical component. So, ano nga ba yung VOY natin? Ito na, 5.63 meters per second divided by yung gravity na 9.8 meters per second squared. So, the time it takes, let's solve, that's 5.63 divided by 9.8 meters per second. Okay? The answer is 0.57 seconds. Okay? Lagyan natin ng mark. Solve na natin yung time. So, kanina, di ba, kapag ganitong mga scenario, yung time mo, time 1 and time 2 is equal, parehas lang sila, di ba? Twice kapag kukunin natin yung time of flight. And later on, alamin natin, i-try natin, parehas ba yung makukuha natin for T1 and T2 in this example. Pero bago natin makuha si T2, let's try solving for the Y, yung maximum height. Okay? So, mamaya ipoprove lang natin kung si T1 ba. Si T1 is equal to T2. Kasi kanina hindi natin na-prove yun. Now, so, y is equal to, ano nga ba yung magiging formula ni y? Kung matatandaan natin, anong kinematic equation na magagamit natin? Basically, yung third yung magagamit natin and it will be resolved as VOY squared over 2G. Diba? So, is equal to, ano yung VOY natin? That's 5.63 meters per second, tapos naka-square siya. And then, 2 times 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay? And your y in this example is equal to, let's solve, 5.63, tapos naka-squared, kunin natin yung quotient, multiply 2 times 9.8. So, ang sagot, it's 1.62. Okay? 1.62 meters. Huwag tayo malilito sa mga signs or sa mga units. Okay? Dalawa na nakuha natin. The time and then, kaso itong time na to, this is just the half of the entire time of flight. Okay? Tatandaan natin. Gusto ko lang muna i-resolve tong issue natin is T1 is equal to T2. Pero, hindi natin masasolve kasi si T2 hanggat hindi natin nasasolve si Y or yung maximum height. Ngayon, since meron na tayong Y, let's solve for T2. Okay, ano nga ba yung formula ni T2? T2 is equal to the square root of 2H over G. Kung naaalala nyo yung formula na to. Actually, yung H na yan yung Y. Okay? So, let's use the given to multiply, ano yung Y? 1.62 meters divided by, ano yung time natin? Or G, 9.8 meters per second squared. So, T2 is equal to, kinakabahan ako, dapat mag 0.57 siya. Okay? So, square root of 2 multiplied by 1.62, okay, divided by 9.8 meters per second. The answer is very nice and it's 0.57. So, na-prove natin na si T1 is definitely equal to T2. So, pwede na natin i-compute ngayon yung total time of flight na i-multiply lang natin either yung T1 or yung T2. Okay? So, multiply natin yung 0.57 times 2 and we will be getting yung total time of flight is equal to 2t is equal to, sabihin natin 2t1 na lang, 2 multiplied by 0.57 seconds, your total time of flight is equal to 1.15 seconds. Okay? And yung last na pinakapakompute sa atin is yung maximum distance or the horizontal distance na na-covered. So, kung napapansin nyo, sa time computation and then sa vertical distance or the maximum height, lahat ng ginamit nating velocities doon ay yung VOY. 'Di ba? And then, sa pag-compute naman ng horizontal distance, doon naman natin gagamitin si horizontal velocity. Okay? So, let's solve for ito, yung horizontal distance, which is x. So, x will be computed as VO cosine, di ba? Cosine of theta multiplied by the time, which is yung total flight. Okay? Huwag natin kalimutan na gagamitin nating time is yung total time of flight. So, this would be 12 cosine of 28, that's 10.60 meters per second multiplied by 1.15 seconds, which is the total time of flight. Your x is equal to 10.60 multiplied by 1.15. The answer is 12.19. Okay, and what is this? This is in meters. So, napakadali lang. Different approach nung ginawa natin kanina, pero it boils down na parehas pa rin na magiging outcome. Or the process is just the same, but the solution is still in accordance with the principles of projectile motion. Alright, so dun lang muna tong video na to. The next video will cover yung dalawa pang different cases for projectile motion. Thank you.